they do, and now I feel like taking off. Find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all. I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off. Find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all. I just gotta get through. Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood, but then I cut myself off from the rest of the room. I know that time can heal it all if you're patient, and soon it can all be worth it, all the searching. Pain is never really permanent, but damn it hurts, man. I could feel all of the turbulence and it's concerning. I've been searching for a purpose, I hope it's worth it. This society is really trying me. Ain't no hide and seek, I hide to be far from anxiety. I need my space, I need my privacy. I need some silence, please, you're all too loud. You don't speak quietly, opinions violently thrown across every surface. It makes me nervous, it's the world honestly burning. That's all I'm learning. Hope that we can make a turn and start reversing. All our minds have put the work in, we got some work, man. I started to do. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel like taking off. Find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all. I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off. Find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all. I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. Gotta get through this, life is a nuisance, tie up some loose ends. I try to be human, find a solution, my evolution. A place like this, it didn't exist, we made it like this. So you can go pick the bad or the good, got a glass halfway. I know, it's easier to hide than just to lay low. Not everyone in life has got a halo. I'm standing in the red inside a payphone. Just wanna break, no, I'm not gonna give in. Take a last shot, Michael J. Win. No, I'm not a robot, I'm in my own skin. Never get lost when thoughts pull you in. I miss the old you, we died with a purpose. All the energy around me felt nervous, scared I would pop out fast to the surface. Had to cut it off before you made me worthless. Torn apart, I've been torn and scarred. I had a given art, but now I'm thinking smart. I'm keeping up my guard, I'm hiding every card. A royal flush of bluff, you never know what's hard. With a back to the mat, gonna see where I'm at. I'ma fight like I'm mad, I'ma be something that they can never be me. Nice try, but they'll see I achieve everything while they stay salty. I started to go. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel like taking off. Find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all. I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking.
Welcome back to your favorite channel. It's your boy Pelican Bay K9s, giving it to my brothers and sisters the way y'all always do, been doing, and gonna consistently keep doing. You know, fair and uncut, raw and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't, man. Y'all hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. It's gonna give you a little bit of everything. You know, you're gonna leave with some info when you subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button before you leave. Hey, you wanna go there and hit it now just in case you forget. You get deep into that talk that we talking and you forget to hit that like button up. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't gonna donate to the channel, at least hit that like button up. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't believe how many people watch the channel and just don't hit that free subscribe button. You wouldn't believe how many people watch the channel and don't hit the like button and they like the video. And they may even ask me questions or comment or tell me they like it. Just hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. Big salute to them brothers and sisters out there taking care of them pets across the world. I always say pets because it's more than dogs out here we taking care of. They got birds, snakes, ostriches, every damn thing out here. You know, big salute to all the pet lovers, man, across the world. We're going to get into some dog talk. We gonna get into some dog talk.
Understand. I ain't scared of you, motherfucker.
Yeah, boy. We got some old, I don't know what, I ain't gonna call it bootleg, but we got some mysteries. You know, when it come to these dogs, man, big salute to my brothers down in the chat, my sisters down in the chat. When it come to these dogs and these old dogs, I thought Red Boy was one of the biggest mysteries in the game. You know, you got me up here feeling like Mr. I want to say his name, William Shatner, Unsolved Mysteries. Unsolved Mysteries in the Dog Game. And we got another one, another episode coming for y'all brothers and sisters today. You know, and I'm going to get into it. Like I said, I thought Red Boy was one of the biggest mysteries in the dog game. But we got some dog talk to talk about, you know. But before I get into that, I want to say, I don't sell grown dogs. You know, if you're looking to buy a grown dog, you got to go holler at somebody else. You see, we're going to get into, I'm going to explain something to my brothers and my sisters out there, you know, and the ones in between. You know, what do you want to buy a grown dog for? You know, now you could be wanting to breed it. I understand that. But what's a prospect? What's a prospect? Let me ask you that. What is a prospect? If you ask me, do I have any grown prospects for sale? Let me explain something to my brothers and sisters out there. You know, the quickest way to get hung up on, the quickest way to get blocked off my channel, the quickest way for me to not to respond to you, period, is to ask me anything about that type of stuff. You know, at the end of the day, it ain't no prospects. I don't sell no prospects. I don't sell no grown dogs. You know, in my opinion, if you want a good dog for your family, you know, if you want a good dog that you can take care of the right way throughout his life, then you need to buy you a puppy and raise it up that way. And that way you won't have no surprises in your family. You buy a grown dog and take it to your family and you trying to have him as a pet or whatever and do something different. You got him as a grown dog. You have no bond with the dog. Only thing you can be wanting this dog for is to do something illegitimate with it. And you won't get it from me, is what I'm saying. It's millions of brothers out there with dogs. Some of them old schoolers, they feeling left out. And I'm starting to see they typing slick talk on Facebook. Go holler at them, get you a grown dog. You know what I'm saying? Go holler at them, man. Because at the end of the day, we play the game right over here. You know what I'm saying? Brothers try all kinds, and not saying any of these brothers that made these comments were trying anything. Because I honestly don't think they were. You know? But it's one word in a conversation that could change that whole conversation and turn it into a felony charge. You know? One word is all it takes. And a lot of y'all brothers, I can't speak for the sisters, a lot of y'all brothers, you really don't take it serious enough out here. You think these folk playing with you out here, man. One word is all it takes for that whole 1 hour conversation to be about dog fighting. For that whole 1 hour conversation to be voided. One word is all it takes when you're talking to me. If I hear one fucking wrong word when you're talking to me, that's a wrap. Holler at you later. If the number be the same. 9 times out of 10, I'll block your number. Why would I change my number and I ain't doing nothing wrong? I can't help the wrong people come. And I know, like I said, I weed, I look through, I make sure I'm dealing with the right type of folk. You know, no disrespect to nobody, man. But you better watch your ass out here. And then brothers be complaining about they be on the news to be this and that, but you not watching your own ass, and then you get mad at me. Not saying you are, but you get mad at me for watching my ass. You know, there's no way I can give this news and I can communicate with millions of people across this world on a daily basis and don't, listen here, man, I gotta move how I gotta move. You move how you move. Simple as that. You know, we all grown men. Nobody trying to make nobody do anything. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I just know how to adapt to what's going on around me. It's 2025. This ain't the 2000s. I keep telling y'all, old school ass breeders. You know, you better adapt to what's going on out here. 2025. You know, and you want to be on the dirty section of Facebook making them slick ass comments? I keep telling brothers, don't start crying when PBK get on your ass. You know? Just plain out and simple, man. Just plain out and simple. You know, it's just, it's pathetic out here how wrecked and loose lips a lot of y'all brothers is when it come to these dogs, and you know how thin the line is between legal and illegal. You know how thin that line is, but it's pathetic how ignorant some of y'all brothers is. Like I always say, I can't say it about the sisters. Oh, now they ragging, they may rag the sisters. I seen certain sisters getting ragged on Facebook about being prejudiced. Prejudice don't get you sent to jail. Prejudice don't get you took away from your kids. Prejudice don't hurt you if you stay your ass from around me. But a lot of this situations, a lot of these brothers, they think this shit is sweet out here. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta say this again, and I got to clear this up to the brother that called me. I do not think you were trying anything funny. But I gotta watch my ass. I got family that need me here. You know what I'm saying? Your family don't need me here. My family need me here. So I gotta watch my ass, dog, and there's no disrespect. And like I said, and for anybody for future references, not only will I disconnect that conversation that we having, but if you mention anything about doing that type of stuff with your dogs on the phone with me, then we won't talk again. That one little conversation, that one little whatever you was trying to say can be saved and override everything that I spoke about in the last month to you on the phone. So like I said, man, everybody just gotta watch them, you know what I'm saying? And the sad part about it is the fact that if I had any other breed, then all I have to watch for is making sure they get to a person that's gonna take care of them and do the right things with them like that. With these pit bulls, I gotta be careful who I even sell them to, period. Like double of a regular breed. Not only do I gotta get them to a great pet owner, I gotta make sure that these people have the right intentions with this dog, and if they don't have the right intentions, they gotta do the very best they can to hide it from me, because what I don't know, I can't do nothing about. But the things I know, I can do something about, And I'm not gonna lie, I put my blood, sweat, and tears from the time my pups be bred, not just when they born. Brothers can start seeing things and telling my channel start lacking, and because I'm putting my attention on my dogs the moment I make the breedings, you know what I'm saying? Period. Making sure she got the right things, making sure she got the right vitamins. When they drop, I put my blood, sweat, and tears in it. Everything canceled outside of my family. I gotta watch these dogs, make sure they come up healthy. Watch the bag is what they call it, right? But if I'm gonna charge you a bag for a dog, I gotta make sure this dog is healthy, not just a good pedigree. See, a healthy pedigree don't make your dog shit. You know how many sorry-ass dogs, how many sick-ass dogs, how many sick puppies brothers get with healthy pedigrees? So I put blood, sweat, and tears in this thing, man. And then, I seen some stuff where brothers say they making accidents or made accidents posting my dog picture as their dog picture up under our breeding, saying their dogs produce this dog instead of my dogs, And that's why I got upset, and that's why, I still feel some kind of way, because of the simple fact I put blood, sweat, and tears in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Period. Blood, sweat, and tears, man. So when I see one of my dogs posted as somebody else's dog, how you think I'm supposed to react? See, I don't care about the pedigree being the same. I represent my dog. I don't represent a line of dogs. I represent my dogs in my yard. You know? Okay, all that other stuff is nice. Pedigrees is nice. It lets you know what your shit coming down off of, and so you can be, sure what your line is. But I represent my fucking dogs at the end of the day. When my show gets slow, or when my show was slow, or when I needed somebody to come up and help me with my show, where the fuck was all these Big John line dog brothers at? You know, where was all the brothers at when going hard them talking shit? Why you don't get up on the shows and represent them dogs? See, I represent my damn self dog. The dogs that I got in my yard because I know what I can vouch for. Yeah, I like the Big John line, but I can't vouch for all them other dogs. You got to make a name for your fucking dog, you know? Because, see, if you living off pedigrees, I'm not doing that. We doing this two different things. You can show me a pedigree, and I'm like, okay, cool. All right, but what's so good about them? You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean nothing illegal. Make a name for your dog. Don't try to use my dog to make a name for your dog. I ain't work hard for that. You know, where you at when I'm shooting in the gym? Come up here and get on some of these shows with me, some of y'all brothers that want to pump this shit and they claim you got the same shit I got. That's why I posted my videos. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference, dog. It's a difference. A lot of brothers know, like I always say, man, do what you do. Everybody gonna end up with what they end up with at the end. You know what I'm saying? All I can say is, you know, I'm rocking with my dogs because I know what they off of and I know where they coming from and I seen them bred, born, and all that type of stuff. Yeah, we gonna get into all that talk in a few minutes. Y'all with y'all how we can put it, like to call people legends and like to give people, consider people astronomical figures in this dog game because they were mentioned before you were born, or they had bulldogs before you were born. Because we're gonna get to some talk right now. We about to get into some real dog talk right here. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna get it to one of y'all heroes again. You know, y'all get to talking shit when I get in y'all heroes' ass. You know what I'm saying? I can't help, dog. You ain't want to make a name for yourself, and this gonna let you know right here. You ask me, what it take to make a bloodline? This gonna answer your question right here. I keep telling y'all boys, men, women, make a name for your fucking self and your dog. That's all it take. You listen to all these folk that trying to give you remedies. Make a fucking name for your shit. It don't matter what you running. You know what I'm saying? Once you get it in your hands and you make a David Banner, dog, listen here. I bred them dogs Charlotte. Dog, listen here. Whatever you doing with your dog, when you make a name and you making a name for her, you know what I'm saying? Dog, listen here, man. That shit represents, okay, I bred it, but now you doing that shit with that dog, man. You know, that dog can be looking a whole different way if somebody else had it. It can be acting a whole different way if somebody else had it. You know, we forget about all that stuff. It's raising a dog. You can't raise, a pedigree don't raise a dog. You know, oh yeah, say Pelican Bay this, Pelican Bay ain't fed that motherfucker no food since 6 or 7 weeks old. I have nothing to do outside of genetically with how that dog is. Now, I will say this. The dog could have been genetically supposed to be a superpower. But if Bruce Banner wasn't the great dog man he is, he could have easily curved the dog out at 5 months old, ruined all the genetics that I put in him to make him a superpower dog. Ruined him at 6 or 7, 8 months old. Out there doing all kind of crazy stuff with him, messing the dog up. It don't matter what he got in him genetically no more. Because the man at the house who taking care of them, who driving them around, who driving the car, is ruining in the engine. Oh, man, yeah, it's a Lamborghini. Yeah, it's a Benz, it's a Bentley, it's a Beamer. Well, I mean, and as far as it go, I drives this motherfucker. I got to put all in it. Now when I get in this, I'm revving the engine up, I'm fucking the gears up, I'm turning the curves, hitting the curves on the rims. Man, listen, I'm ruining the cars. It was given to me to be a superpower car. Go fast, compete in any kind of competition you want to compete in, for car shows, the races, the whatever. But you got it because you can afford it, and you ruined it. Tore all the leather up, like I said, stripped the gears, navigation fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Engine blowed all out. Ticking, man, listen here, man. Same thing. Same thing. We keep taking credit from these folk with the dog, and a lot of times like to give it to the dog. Nobody dog who's a great dog from the past would have been what they was if it wasn't for the person who took that dog in to battle or war, wherever he took that dog at, or however he had that dog. You know, it's just like that, man. Y'all hit that like button up, man. If you want to donate to the channel, hit me up on the Cash App, $ Pelican Bay Kennel, capital P, capital B, capital K. Hit me up on the Cash App, and appreciate the support in the channel, man. We just getting into the dog talk, giving it to my brothers and my sisters the way I always do. You know, just let y'all know I don't sell no grown dogs, man. This is another way to say you getting a dog for the wrong purposes from me. I'm just cutting it down, you know what I'm saying? Cutting the loose ends, you know, plain out and simple. You know, you need to be taking advice from my brother that I interviewed. That's why I tell you, you ain't paying attention to a lot of shit, right? You want to hear the bullshit. Brother just said, pay attention. What's some of the best advice you can give these up-and-coming or already out dog brothers, Mr. Jerome? What I say, Pelican Bay? What I say last time, PB? What I say last time on the last video, man? Pelican Bay, you must be ain't listening. What I say last time on the last video? Be patient. Be patient. Get you a puppy. Be patient. See, you ain't listening to this shit. You know, get you a young dog. Raise it up. The eras are changing in your face, and a lot of y'all can't adapt to it. You know, can't adapt to it. So you say slick stuff on Facebook. You talk out your mouth sideways, you know, until it get to the wrong person. Till it get to the folk that be out here in these trenches. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of y'all brothers, you ain't out here in these trenches. You trying to do all this shit on the back streets. You know what I'm saying? Talking slick on the back streets, but when I bring you out here in these trenches, you start crying. You know? At the end of the day, these brothers know who was repping that Big John stuff and that yellow stuff for the last 3 years. You know what I'm saying? When brothers talking trash about it. You know, at the end of the day, I'm the only one gave the tent video, let you know that bootleg shit was out here. If it wasn't for that, a whole bunch of bootleg would have been floating all around. You know, and you be still dick riding, which you still is, a lot of y'all right now. You know, and the way the dog game is, I wouldn't be surprised. The way this dog game is now, I wouldn't be surprised if David Tent got dogs right now. The only thing about it, the way this dog game is now, the David Tent, he's a black fella now. Call himself David Tent. He won't make a name for himself, want to use another man's name, calling himself David Tent. That's how it is these days. You know, like I said, I can't help what you do. I'm just out here doing me, PB K9s. And when these folk fuck with me, they fuck with me for a reason. Because I put that work in, I stand up for my shit, and I let the dogs do the fucking talking. Ain't that right, folk? Ain't that right, my people down in the chat, man? We let the dogs do the talking. You know? Hey, Q. Ain't no more nice talking for me, dog. I ain't gonna disrespect you. But it's game time now, big dog. It's game time now. Salute to you. And I see you on Halloween, big dog. And we gonna, like I said, we got some stuff coming. I'm gonna talk to AQ and I'm gonna talk to his promoters. I'm gonna talk to his people, and we gonna get this thing started up where we can do some interviews and stuff like that between me and him and different things like that or whatever. I have got my host and they gonna host it, you know, and we just gonna do it, man. We just gonna do it. Salute to y'all brothers. But at the end of the day, it's on now, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's on. I gotta cut your head off. It ain't no more, you know, I shake your hand at the end, but right now it's on. It's war. I can't be your friend. You know what I'm saying? Outside of business, we gonna handle that. We'll handle that together. But other than that, you know how it is. Competitive talk, big dog. You know, that friendship over until we meet up on that date. You know what I'm saying? But big salute to my brothers and sisters out there, man, rocking with the Bay, giving it to you the way I always do. So be patient and remember, having patience is the best way to go out here, man. Best way to go. You know, sometimes you can rush yourself onto a curve. Sometimes you can rush yourself onto a charge. Sometimes you can rush yourself onto some dog thieves. Sometimes you can rush yourself, you know, be patient. Be very patient. You know, and remember when I tell you this, 2025, a trained dog is worth more than them dogs y'all be bragging about, them fighting dogs. See, a trained dog is any day, every day is worth more. Let me let that sit into your head. Since you always want to be talking about money, what money do, how much these dogs, money. Trained dog is worth more than the dogs that you brag about. You can make more off a trained dog than the dogs you brag about. And a trained dog brings you money that you can make more than the dogs you brag about. I'm just gonna let that sit right there. And like my man BBK say, you know, my man old Porter from Alabama out there, you know, don't let that go over your head, dog. Don't let that go over your head. Salute to you, fam. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you, man. And you have some great looking puppies as well, too, bro. You have some great looking puppies as well. Now, let's get into this mystery. Mysteries of the dog talk. Mysteries of the dog community. You know what I'm saying? Red Boy. This ain't what we're going to talk about. I'm just, you know, Red Boy. We don't really know his real daddy. We don't really know his real nobody. You know, we just got made up stories from everybody hoping that they telling the right story. Not made up stories, but everybody giving the stories from whatever they heard from the people that was dealing with them. Now, you have other dogs like, I want to say Blackjack or one of them. You know, they got a little mystery on them. Red Devil. It ain't no mystery on Red Devil because we had a brother that told you exactly what happened to Red Devil. And I spoke to the man that owned Red Devil after he got him off David Tent yard. You see, that's why I give that Thug and that Thor stuff off of Pitt Island. That's why I say, you know, bootleg. Because David Tent went and put Red Devil back on the yard, which was another Red Devil, and continued on his breedings. Yeah, continued them. And so that's why I say bootleg. Now, the new Red Devil might have been a dog off of some of the yellow stuff. So he probably would have had the yellow blood in him. I doubt he would have just went and got a stray dog from somewhere, you know, but bootleg. Now, let's get to this right here, man. Because I've been asking y'all about this stuff here over the past few days. You know, the Tudor's Dabo dog. And how brothers give Tudor so much props. None of y'all ever seen the man. You know, now I will say this. I don't think Tudor could compete in the modern day time in the bulldog game. You know, it's common sense in the 50s, in the 40s, in the 30s, when he was a prolific bulldogger. Bulldogging wasn't the way it is right now today. Only certain people had bulldogs, you know. Like I said, everybody was working with the same, whatever they had. Everybody was working from the same, same jar. But the level of sophistication, the level of technology that these brothers learned since the 80s on up, Tudor couldn't match with these brothers. See, he put these brothers on high pedestals when they advertising stolen dogs, like Bolio. Bolio wasn't Pat Patrick's on. I'm not here to argue about why he had it or was he right for having them. Nah, it wasn't his dog. But yet he's got a name for that dog. Now we talking about Tudor's Dabo here. And what I want to do is I want to show you actually, I'm going to show it to you and I'm going to read it to you at the same time. A statement a brother made on Facebook, and I was reading it, and he's talking about how Tudor was a great dog man before Dabo. He was saying a lot of people only know Tudor because of Dabo, but Tudor was actually already a made man before he got Dabo, and about Tudor being involved with dog stealing, you know what I'm saying? And it was saying something about, like I said, I'm gonna read it out to you, but basically he was saying that Tudor got the dog from somebody else. But the thing I want you to pay attention to is, listen to what he says Dabo's name was before Tudor got him. Because I say this mystery is going to get real mysterious. It's not even what this brother is talking about. It's because he's talking about a whole different story than the story I'm about to speak about today. And it all involves you having another man's dog that's not yours. So how can you be considered a great when I don't care what you say about what he bulldog from the past? His dog that he's known for is Dabo. He's not known for none of them other dogs as far as history-wise. He's known for Dabo, So what I'm going to do, I want you to listen as I read to you this brother's statement off Facebook. And like I said, this video is not talking about his statement. This video is just using his statement as another part of the story. So you just sit back and listen real quick, and then I want to show you where I'm coming from with it. You know what I'm saying? How I'm bringing this shit to the light on my end. Big salute to the brother that put me on, and say, yo, pay attention out here with these dogs, man. Pay attention out to these dogs. But y'all check this out, man. This is a statement. Some of y'all may have said it, seen it on Facebook. Some of y'all may have read it on Facebook. But this is the statement. Let's get into it. The stealing of Dabo, one thing the author didn't mention was not aware of was that there was a truce or reconciliation between Tudor and the black man that owned and named Dabo originally. The reconciliation was the reason for reverting to the old name Dabo and not Runt. Moressa, the author, though acknowledged the ability of Tudor to harness the potentials of Dabo in producing well, did not realize Dabo had not started showing and was not even known to be a producer or a performer. Don actually told of an issue of how Tudor got Dabo. According to Don, Howard Hansel stole the dog and gave to Tudor. Of course, Tudor was aware. This was contrary to what Floyd Boudreaux said during his interview and the general narrative that Tudor visited Hansel and got Dabo. Now you heard and you saw the brother said that before Tudor got Dabo, his name was Runt. Now, what we about to do right here is, and like I said, I didn't know Tudor didn't raise Dabo. You see, I didn't know he didn't raise him. That goes back to me talking to y'all about what it takes to make your own blood. Have some nuts. Have some nuts and say, this is my shit. This is my shit, and I'ma run it. It ain't got nothing to do with the person in the past. I'm running this. Now, let's speak about this. The guy in the passage, he said the dog name was Runt. But if you look on this picture I'm about to show y'all, check this picture out in the background. You got Tudor's Dabo, and I'm gonna blow these pictures up so we can look detail exactly what I'm talking about. You know? Then you got the dog Red Bill. Red Bill, who supposed to be a brother of White Rock. Now, these are the exact same dogs. Now, on this picture, the dog name is Red Bill. In the passage, the dog name is Runt. In Mr. Tudor yard, his name is Dabo. Now, what is his real name? How many breedings did this dog make before Mr. Tudor got him? You know? How many breedings did he make? Why nobody ever mentioned Red Bill all throughout history when it comes to Tudor's Dabo? All of a sudden he pop up on Facebook, and I want y'all to say that ain't the same dog. See, that's why I say we're gonna blow this shit up. Only a stupid MFer or say this ain't the same damn dog. Let me show you, right? Look at Dabo. You know, what's the chances you got dogs from the same era? What's the chances you have two dogs that look exactly alike? What's the chances you have two dogs that look exactly alike, same era, both got ears clipped? If you look at Tudor's Dabo, ear on the left side, it don't got no cartilage. The cartilage is not hard in his ear on the left side. You look at Red Bill, ear on the left side, the cartilage is not hard in the ear on the left side. There's no way in hell that's a coincidence. Both dogs' ears clipped, both dogs got the left side laying down, both dogs look exactly alike. Which dog was born first? I mean, which dog was representing first, rather? He obviously, it was Red Bill. Because as far as we know, Dabo never left the yard again. To be with another owner once Mr. Tudor got him. And in that passage, they talking about Mr. Heinzel and all that. See, I don't know about that. I'm just saying, in this picture that I'm giving y'all, his name Red Bill. Why we don't see no pedigrees at all on online pedigrees? We don't see one pedigree on online pedigrees saying Red Bill has puppies floating around like Tudor's Dabo. How can Mr. Tudor get credit for a dog that was already grown when he got him? The dog was already good when he got him. Y'all giving him credit for something the other brother created. I'm not talking about no bloodline. I'm talking about the actual raising of Dabo, of Red Bill, of AKA the Runt. We can have another name for him in a minute. That's why I say, worry about the dog that you got and fuck all this bullshit from the past. Half that shit made up. If you don't know your line of dogs, you know, it don't make no difference what line of dogs it is. You need to know where them shit's coming from. And we can't all pinpoint every single dog in the pedigree when you start going back 40 and 50 years. Somebody might have made a switch here and there. It ain't no telling. But you need to know the family that you're dealing with. Why they don't got the offspring siblings? You know how they have a dog that may be the same dog but a different name, you know, and you have all his offspring, or you have a story about Red Bill. How we know Red Bill wasn't a champion when Tudor got him? How we know Red Bill wasn't a cur when Tudor got him? you see, cherry picking matches, that ain't just started. Cherry picking shows, that shit been going on. The same way dog thieving and dog stealing been going on. Overrated dogs make more overrated dogs. Like I always say, man, some gonna like it and some ain't. It's plain out and simple. These brothers stealing dogs. You got Maurice Carver putting papers on dogs. You know what I'm saying? Tudor, he doing all kind of stuff with dogs. Patrick got stolen dogs. You know, how many of y'all old schoolers you want to keep on a high level don't got stolen dogs in your damn yard? What kind of morals you got? Or you can work a dog in a keep, but you ain't got no fucking morals. This 2025. See, 1960. This ain't the 50s. This ain't the early 2000s. 25, my brother. In 2001, it wasn't a felony to get caught fighting dogs. In 2000, 2001, they wasn't linking all these crack charges to all these dogs. Different ball game now. And a lot of y'all in the game and should be sitting on the bench. You know, I don't know how the hell you made the cut. The coach must be wasn't paying attention when he was doing all the cutting and stuff. What do you call it? Tryouts. Coach must be wasn't paying attention. A lot of y'all shouldn't even be in the game, let alone on the team. Let me take that back. You shouldn't be on the team, let alone in the game. But you there. So ignorance we deal with. Like I said, man, when it comes to these pits, the longer you study these dogs, the more mysteries you find out about these dogs. You figure out this person had it when you thought these people had it, or this person had it. This person raised it. This person got a stolen dog. Listen, there's no props from a stolen dog. If Dabo is stolen, that automatically is voided. Only thing we can't void is the fact that he got these puppies out here. Other than that, getting any kind of credentials from them, getting bigged up from them, man, get the fuck out of here. You ain't no different than the rest of the dog thieves. The fuck make him different than the rest of the dog thieves are the people who got dogs that know they stolen. See, it's a difference than you got a dog and you don't know it's stolen. It's a difference than you having a stolen dog and you keeping it. Because you see, you got to move like you did steal it. You got to sneak it out. You got to make sure certain people don't see it like you did steal it. You got a stolen dog that you don't know is stolen. You don't give a fuck. You just walking around with it. Somebody run up on you one day like, yo, that's my dog. I didn't know, man. I just bought this from so-and-so because you didn't know it. There's a big difference. These brothers know they got stolen dogs and y'all holding them on high fucking pedestals, getting props from somebody else's dog and somebody else's work that they put hard work in. Now, what we need to do is figure out who the hell had Red Bill and figure out his story. Fuck Tudor's story. We need to figure out who had Red Bill and what that dog was doing while he had that dog. You know, and the man may be still living. And like I said, the little bit of information I gave you from the dirty side of Facebook, you know, when I read at the beginning earlier, you know, no disrespect to that brother because he was just giving you a story. But I'm just letting you see just how easy a story get contradicted. You know, when you saying a dog name is Runt and Tudor stole it from a black man, I ain't even not one time worried about what color the man is that had the dog. All I'm saying is if you got somebody's dog and you know it's stolen and you trying to get props off of it, dog, once everybody know what's what with that person and that dog, y'all some damn fools to be holding him up here. He's a dog thief. Anybody can bulldog it if you got dogs. It ain't hard to bulldog. But like I said, we all know it wasn't no competition the way it is in the 80s on up. Back there in them damn 30s. Them brothers probably, man, listen here, man. It's just common sense. Every sport it is in the early days, they got more advanced in the more modern days. From UFC to boxing to basketball, football. Oh, them brothers who had playing football with the helmets that looked like airplane pilot helmets, didn't have no face masks, right? Oh, it was probably some great brothers out there. It was probably some great ones out there. But you bring them into this era right here. You bring them into this era, put them on the suit that they got on now, and put them out there on the field and tell them to run them same damn plays he running back then. See what happened to his ass. Folded up and shipped out. It's no different, man. Then you got stolen dogs. Come on, man. I don't know, man. Everybody different. Like I always say, man, everybody different. If y'all don't stop praising these brothers with these stolen dogs, eventually that's going to be the thing to do. Steal your dog. And it don't make a difference. They're going to give me props anyway. You know what I'm saying? Steal the dog and shit. People don't care about you having a stolen dog. You know? So everybody take it how they want, man. I don't know. All I know is Dabo is suspect. He on the hot seat. You know what I'm saying? It's not really necessarily bootleg. You know, until we figure out more to the story. But right now, it's more of a name change. You know, a name change after he was stolen. You know, and like I said, we need to hear the story about the dog before he was stolen. That's what we want to hear. That story right there may lead us to a whole nother family tree of dogs, a whole nother stories, old stories and all that type of stuff, and old dog men that don't even exist right now in y'all heads. But like I said, man, I just always do it, always give it to my brothers the way I always give it to brothers, man. I hope y'all been having a great week so far, and staying safe out there when it comes to these dogs. You know, big salute to them brothers down in the chat. Everybody always doing what they got to do, man, the legal way, and enjoying themselves with their dogs. You know, a lot of y'all brothers, you held hostage because you paranoid. You know, you don't understand once you go legal, you legal. You go legitimate, you legitimate. You know, if you dipping and dabbing, you paranoid. That's why you feel the way you feel. You know what I'm saying? Brothers who out here doing that shit legitimate, doing what they got to do. And when I say legitimate, I'm talking about with the dogs and making legal money. You see? I'm not talking about with the dogs, you ain't doing shit. This whole legitimate thing is making legal money with the dogs, doing legal shit with them. And I don't mean making legal money off the dogs. I mean you making legal money yourself and you doing legal things with the dogs. You don't got to worry about none of that other shit. You know, walk with your head high like I always say. Can't even see your boy's eyes when you walk by you. It's too busy hiding and worrying about shit. Man, listen, I'm done with all that, dog. It feel good not to have to worry about this or worry about that or worry about this. Listen here, man. Y'all come on, jump back over that fence. I thought y'all be tired over there already. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, though. It is what it is, man. Like I always say, a lot of people ain't taking it serious, but it ain't my thing to make you. All it is my thing is to put you on the damn news.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Put you on the news, baby. Now, when it come to Dabo, man, like I said, it ain't about bootleg. You know, it ain't about bootleg, but we just want to speak to the owner of Red Bill, man. We want to speak to the owner of Red Bill and get them stories.
Mine, I'm the father of that baby, boss.
Boss, I'm that baby's daddy.
Any fool can see that baby belongs to me.
I want it different. That little rascal belonged to me.
Proud to say, boss, I'm that baby's daddy.
I be the paw, boss.
I'm the part of that there youngin' boss. I'm the pappy.
As of right now, we don't know. You know, they got, see, this the thing. This is the whole thing as well. Oh, man, we make him put Tudor's down as bootleg, right? Dabo. Because see, Dabo got a pedigree. We need to look at Red Bill pedigree. Two different pedigrees. Let's look. Let's look on online ped real quick. Look on online ped. Red Bill. Okay, they got Red Bill off of Dabo. You got Red Bill off of Dabo. Oh, but really Red Bill is Dabo. Okay. These are the kind of fuckboy games y'all heroes want to play. They got Red Bill off of Dabo, but Red Bill is Dabo. And it's a motherfucking fact. It ain't no, oh, I'm thinking. It ain't no, oh, I'm assuming. Nah, the proof is in the fucking pudding. We got the pictures right here, brother. Like the Hawks used to say, right here, brother. We got the pictures. Red Bill. So y'all look at this, man. Y'all look at it. Y'all go back and look at them peds and look at Red Bill online pedigree. And guess what? Red Bill is a champion too. Red Bill a champion, Dabo a champion. Now, what we don't know is what Dabo real pedigree is. We don't know what Dabo real pedigree is. No, we don't. Because Red Bill is Dabo. Tudor say Dabo is coming down off of who? Let's see. Let me put my, hold on. Let me get my glasses real quick, man. Get my glasses real quick for man. Okay, Tudor saying Dabo coming down off Hubbard's bounce and Heinzel's Bambi. You know? But shit. Red Bill, they ain't got no pedigree. They got him coming off Dabo. We know he don't come off Dabo because he is Dabo. You know? So, man, that's some funny dud shit right there. Like I said, like I told my brother, man, half these dogs ain't off of who you think they off of. Over half. And I don't care if it's including mine. They ain't off of who you think they off of because these old schoolers have been lying, they've been lying, and they're getting caught up in their shit because they didn't know technology was going to get like this and we was going to be all on them digging in their background and stuff. They didn't know all that was going to be going on. So they thought these little moves was going to be, they can make these little moves and nobody was going to never find out about it or better yet, they'll be long gone by the time anybody do find out about it so it wouldn't matter to them no more. You know? So the big question is, what the hell is Tudor's Dabo really off? Because he's not off Hubbard's bounce. He's not off Hubbard's bounce. The real answer or the real question is, what's Dabo off? What's Red Bill off? Same damn dog. You know? Same dog. What's the dog really off? Somebody got to give me an answer, man. Somebody in that chat, somebody got to tell me something. What the dog Red Bill, a.k.a. Tudor's Dabo, really off? Yeah, the first thing y'all like to say, oh, half the dogs in the country off Dabo. Man, we don't know none of that shit no more. You know? None of it. He lied on that pedigree. How we know he ain't lying and saying these dogs made this, these dogs made that, these dogs made this. And he's a dog thief. Man, listen here, man. Have you ever had a dog stolen? Do you know the hate that a brother have for a dog thief? You ever had a dog stolen? Maybe it's your kid dog. That person don't know that. Maybe your kids spend more time with the dog than you do. They go steal the dog. You ever seen your kid at the house crushed because somebody stole their dog? That they think, oh, the person out there thinking, oh, I'm getting a good fighting dog, this and that. Come steal. Do you know the hate that these brothers have for dog thieves? Get it together, brothers. Get it together, man. When I go back in history, a lot of the folk that you like to keep on high, oh, you're down these brothers right now in 2000. Oh, you ain't, oh, so-and-so, you ain't no Earl Tudor. Oh, so-and-so, you ain't no Earl Tudor. Oh, so-and-so, you ain't no Carver. You fucking right. We do our shit the right way. We got too many eyes on us. We got to do it the right way. We do our shit the right way. Fuck Earl Tudor, man. He did his damn thing. He did his thing, but fuck him. He was a dog stealer, keeper. You know, fuck him. The more we dig up on this shit, hey, we gonna start finding some dogs in these old pedigrees. It might not go back to pit bulls. Might start going back to basset hounds and all kind of shit. You know? Hounds or this and hounds or that. You don't think hounds ought to lie for damn Tudor back then? Oh, say they coming off this or say they coming off that. It ain't like they had to sign all kind of papers like they do now. All they had to do was send that shit in, whatever they was sending it at. They wasn't no, oh, let me really check this. Oh, let me check the background of this. Oh, let me see if they lying about. It wasn't none of that stuff back in the days. None of that shit. Then they said when Mr. Tudor passed away, a lot of people was mad at Don Mayfield because he went and spoke at his eulogy. You know? So, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, once time go on, all these people disappear. Now you just reading books. The new generation, they come up and they be like, oh man, he was a great guy. He's a hero. He's the man who started the dogs. He's this, he's that, he's this, he's that. But all I ask, brothers, is there's no way in hell Red Bill came off of Tudor's Dabo when it's the same damn dog. You know what I'm saying? Same dog. And let me show you real crystal clear again. You know, the left ear is what you need to pay attention to. From the head up. Same head, same right ear clipping, same left ear flap down. You know, they didn't think we was gonna see that back in the days. Didn't think we was gonna catch that back in the days. But like I said, in the words of my man Portis, don't let that shit go over your head. I'm giving you something to think about for the rest of the day, for the rest of the week. You know what I'm saying? PBK9s, y'all stay legal. Y'all stay safe out there. Remember where y'all get it from first, man. Subscribe. Hit that like button before you get up out of here, and we out.
Stay. Hey. Go. Meliella. Let's go, girl. Here. Go get the ball, girl. Come. Go. It went in the snow. She can't find it. Let's go, Pup. Let's go, Meliella. Let's go. Here.
The Pitbull Encyclopedia is the ultimate guide for anyone who loves, owns, or wants to learn more about one of the world's most misunderstood dog breeds. Packed with expert insights, breed history, training tips, health advice, and heartwarming stories, this comprehensive book breaks down the myths and highlights the true nature of pit bulls. Loyal, intelligent, and loving companions. Whether you're a first-time owner, a seasoned pit bull enthusiast, or an advocate for the breed, the Pit Bull Encyclopedia is your go-to resource for understanding and celebrating these incredible dogs.